This video shows how to set up props that have multiple lights, but those lights function as a single item. Typically, these are items such as our CoroStars or HexaTrees. So what you can do is come over and create a wreath. So go up to the top here. I'm just going to move this over, and we're just going to create a wreath because most of the time these items are in a kind of a circular pattern. All right, we're going to do this for the first one here. So we're just going to drag this out. Now, of course, you would be putting this within the area of your particular project or your display. So I'm just going to put, for example, HexaTree 1. And what we're going to do is we're going to put in here how many nodes. In the case here, you might be doing 6 nodes. Then we would come down here and we would set the start channel. So if you have a specific universe or a specific absolute address or the end of a model, now what you would normally do is you would chain them together. So let's do that. So I'll make this one the first one, start channel 1. Okay. And now we can make this as small or as large as we want. They're still all going to act as one if we want them. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit Control C and Control V and paste. You can also use Edit, Copy, and Paste here. And I'm just going to do that for my second one. I can line these up if I need to. So here we have HexaTree 2. You can see that it's already put the number in and incremented it. And you can see that the start channel is 1, the end channel is 18. I have 6 pixels times 3, 6 times 3 being 18. So the next one, of course, is going to start at 19. Now in this particular case, you can see that it's already done the work for us. We have already had it chained to the end of the last model. So it's chained to the first hex tree. Now in most cases, normally you're going to have hex tree 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a sequential pattern going down the line. You'd need to break this chain, of course, if you started from a new output or something. So I'm just going to copy here, paste that again, and put our next one in, and our next one in, and our next one in. And so now you can see I've got 5 of them. And you can see that it has already labeled them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the number has been incremented since I properly set it up on the first hexatree there in that particular case. And if you want, you can group these together. Now this, not necessary. You could just say front hexatrees. And you could create a group and put them all in that group and then sequence them as an entire group all at one time. Now, because they are individual pixels, you can actually sequence them in a submodel fashion where you're actually controlling each individual LED, but that really isn't useful for this type of product because most of these pixels are in multiples for the purpose of increasing the brightness, not necessarily the controllability. Unlike a star where you may be able to visually see each one of those pixels in there, in this particular case, this applies to just all the pixels in there. So normally when you're going to be sequencing, you're going to be sequencing against the entire model. That entire thing is going to be red, green, blue, whatever. And that's how you do